Would everyone please stand to receive our graduates? Graduates, please be seated, and everyone else too. Good evening. It is my honor to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of Class 133. We thank you for joining us this evening. My name is Talonda Rogers, and I'm the Interim Director of the Practical Nursing Program here at the CCIU. Class 133 began their nursing journey last August in 2024. Tonight, we celebrate these remarkable students who have demonstrated extraordinary dedication, perseverance, and compassion throughout the program. Their transformation from eager beginners to confident healthcare professionals has been inspiring to witness. Class 133, we are immensely proud of you and all of your accomplishments. We know you will have a tremendous impact on the lives and future of your patients. Congratulations on this significant milestone. I would now like to introduce Dr. Stephen Lever, the Director of Career, Customized, and Technical Education.
Greetings, everyone. Graduations are the best part of what I do. Sitting in front of you is an amazing, amazing group of people. There's times, I am sure, they didn't think they were going to make it. They couldn't see the pathway. Their schedules were too complicated, their families, obligations that they had, but they have persevered. And they're here, and they're going to turn a tassel. And that is a milestone. And I am so proud to be here. Class 133. I'm a history teacher, not a mathematician, but even I can figure that means this program has put at least 2,000 nurses into the workforce over the last 68 years. Isn't that amazing? What a legacy. So as you celebrate tonight, I probably want to remind you, this is really just the beginning. This is the milestone that you've hit. But I'm going to guess for many of these, like myself, when I got to my graduation, it ended up not being the end of the road. I continued to pursue. So I want to encourage you a little bit with a bit of a story. I want to welcome everybody. I want to honor our faculty that are here. Ms. Rogers, you have been amazing in sustaining this program. We have a woman who sustained this program for many years before, who you're going to hear from if I ever get quiet and sit down. But I just wanted to congratulate the class, and a little anecdote here to just speak to. I have a daughter who's a nurse, and my mother was a nurse. So I wanted to share a story that captures what I think nursing truly means. Maria had been a nurse for 15 years in a very busy urban hospital. One night during the winter, a patient named James was admitted after a severe accident. He was frightened, he was in a lot of pain, and he was completely alone because his family lived hundreds of miles away out of state. Maria could have done what her job required: monitor his vitals, administer medication, and move on. But she saw something deeper. She saw he was quite afraid. So after her shift ended, she stayed. She explained every procedure in simple terms and reassured him that he wasn't alone. Over the next few weeks, Maria became his anchor. She coordinated with social workers, helped him call his family on video, made sure he had support after his discharge. Months later, James returned not as a patient to thank her, but as somebody who had healed. And he said, "You didn't just heal my body, you gave me hope." That's the essence of nursing. It's not only about clinical skills. It's about compassion, advocacy, human connection. Every patient you meet will carry a story. And sometimes you'll be the chapter that's at the end of that story. So as you step into the profession, remember, you're more than caregivers. You're healers of both body and spirit, and that is a privilege. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Lever, for those inspiring words and that wonderful story. Graduates, please stand. Upon achievement of program requirements, these graduates have successfully completed a Pennsylvania State Board of Nursing approved and ASIN accredited practical nursing program. It is with great pride that I present to you the 133rd full-time Downingtown class of the Chester County Intermediate Unit Practical Nursing Program. Please be seated. I now welcome Class President Natasia Hatfield to the stage to introduce our speaker.
Beth Ann Puckett received her BSN at Wheeling Jesuit University and started her nursing career at Delaware County Memorial Hospital on a med-surg unit. Within 2 years, Beth Ann quickly realized her passion was in critical care and worked on the step-down, ICU, and emergency units. She worked as a bedside nurse, clinical coordinator, nursing supervisor, assistant nurse manager, and nurse manager for 20 years through the COVID pandemic. Beth Ann pursued her MSN in Healthcare Administration and Management from New Orleans University during this time. In 2021, Beth Ann came to the Chester County Intermediate Unit as the Director of Practical Nursing for the LPN program. In 2025, Beth Ann then broadened her scope and went to Jersey College in Jenkintown as their Dean of Nursing, where she ran as an LPN and RN program, both on days and evenings. Recently, Beth Ann has continued to grow and started in October at the University of Pennsylvania as a Director of Nursing Services for their Student Health and Wellness Centers. Beth Ann resides in Media, Delaware County with her husband, Greg, whom she has been married to for 23 years, and her 3 children, Zachary, Hannah, and Abigail. All 3 of her kids are in college, and she enjoys watching them play in their sports activities. In her other spare time, Beth Ann enjoys exercising and helps coach CYO cross-country kids. Beth Ann.
Good evening, everyone. Family, friends, faculty, and most importantly, our incredible graduates. Today we celebrate a group of individuals who have shown compassion, courage, and resilience, the graduating class of Downingtown 133. This class is special to me as I was their Director of Practical Nursing during their first semester. I also had over half of the class in clinicals for their first time. I remember seeing the look on their faces when they found out that Mrs. P was going to be teaching them in clinicals. They were nervous, worried, and a bit anxious. But after that first week, they realized in clinical that I wasn't so bad, and they thrived off of learning from my experiences. When the class asked me to be their guest speaker tonight, I was honored. I thought about this moment and all that they've achieved. And one book came to mind, a book full of wisdom and truth, Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You'll Go. Because really, if anyone understands chaos, confusion, and unexpected adventures, it's nursing students. So this evening, I would like to do something a bit different and have prepared a speech with using this Dr. Seuss story. Are you ready, graduates? Here we go. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself any direction you choose. Well, unless you're on the hospital floor, then your direction is wherever your call light is taking you. When you began this journey, you may not have known exactly where it would take you. You walked into your first class filled with excitement and maybe just a little bit of fear. You learned about vital signs, patient care, and pathophysiology. You practiced your skills, sometimes with trembling hands, sometimes with laughter, and often with persistence that surprised even you. And now look at you, you've done it. You've reached the mountaintop of this part of your journey. But as Dr. Seuss reminds us, life doesn't stop here. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar to high heights. You are entering a profession that is both challenging and profoundly meaningful. As LPNs, you will touch lives in ways that go far beyond bandages and medications. You'll bring calm to chaos, comfort to pain, and dignity to every person you care for. You will listen to stories, hold hands through fear, and celebrate victories, big and small. And yes, there will be tough days. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. There will be moments of exhaustion and days when you question if you're making a difference. But always remember you are. Every patient you help, every kind word you speak, every act of care you give ripples further than you can imagine. In nursing, success isn't measured in paychecks or promotions. It's measured in people. It's in the family member who thanks you for the kindness, the patient who smiles because you made them feel safe, the colleague who finds strength because you had their back. Remember, nursing isn't just about skills, it's about heart. You'll make people feel safe in their most vulnerable moments. You'll be the calm in the storm, the voice of reason, and occasionally the detective who figures out why someone's blood pressure suddenly dropped. So as you step out into this next adventure, hold your head high, your stethoscope ready, and your caffeine well stocked. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way. Congratulations, class of Downingtown 133. Remember, wherever you go, take your humor, your heart, and a backup pen because Mrs. P will always steal yours. May your patients be kind, your charting be brief, and your scrubs always stain-free. I wish each and every one of you the best of luck in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. P, for that great speech. That was wonderful. I would now like to introduce the class awards for valedictorian and salutatorian. Recognition of salutatorian. The salutatorian of class 133 demonstrates outstanding intelligence. She has shown remarkable hard work and determination throughout the program. One of her instructors described her as having an up-for-anything attitude, meaning that she takes full advantage of all opportunities to increase her skills. She was always a team player, assisting other patients, staff, and students, and we know she will make an outstanding nurse. Please join me in congratulating the salutatorian of class Downingtown 133, Dominique DeLossi, LPN. Recognition of the valedictorian. The valedictorian of class 133 embodies excellence, strength, and remarkable intelligence. Her superior time management skills and strong work ethic shine through as she puts her heart into everything she does. This bright, quick learner was not only an advocate for herself, but her entire class, as she is also the class president. She has mentored fellow students and provides compassionate, safe care to her patients. This all-around outstanding student will make a wonderful nurse. Please join me in congratulating the valedictorian of class D133, Natasia Hatfield, LPN.
Good evening, faculty, family, friends, and my fellow graduates. Today isn't just the end of a chapter, it's the beginning of a brand new one. When we first walked into this school, most of us were unsure, overwhelmed, and maybe even a little scared. We had no idea that those early moments were the start of a long, challenging, and life-changing journey that would bring us right here to this stage today. When I started this program, I was terrified of failing or not even being able to keep up. I remember telling myself and my husband, all I need is a 75%, no excuses. But those long nights, daily study sessions, and sacrifices took me way further than I ever imagined. Not only did I pass, but I finished with an 8 average throughout the entire program. If you knew the journey I've been through in life, you might not have believed I'd be standing here as a class president and valedictorian. And honestly, I didn't plan on being either one. I wanted to run for human resources, but my classmates insisted, no, you'd make a great president. And valedictorian, I was perfectly happy being salutatorian, especially because, as many of you may not know, I do not like speaking in front of people. And yet, here we are. As a wife with 3 amazing boys, balancing school, family, responsibilities, and life, this has been one of the hardest things I have ever done. There were mornings when I left home before the sun came up, and nights when my laptop was the last thing I saw before falling asleep. There were days I sat in the parking lot upset because I got an 86 on an exam, and my husband had to remind me, didn't you just say you only need a 75%? Then he'd tell me to go talk to Miss Rogers so she could get me together. My instructors knew me well. They'd see me walk into the office after an exam, and before I even said a word, they'd be pulling up my grade because they knew I was about to complain about a question I probably got right or about an exam I probably scored the highest on. But as class president, advocating came naturally. Even when I wasn't frustrated about the exam, I wanted to make sure my classmates were heard as well. Being the first in my immediate family to go to college and finish makes this moment even more meaningful. When you grow up without a roadmap, you learn to trust the one who can guide you. Sorry. I put God first, and he led the way. All glory goes to him, because I know without God, I would not be standing here. The devil tried, but my God is stronger. Yes. To our families, thank you for believing in us, supporting us, and being patient. We weren't always present, but we truly could not have done this without you. To my husband, I love you. Thank you for holding down the kids, making sacrifices, and seeing the greatness in me when I couldn't see it in myself. To my boys, Mommy did it. I love y'all. And I want you to know that you can be anything you want to be as long as you put God first. To my parents and my sister, thank you for keeping baby Lawrence so I could study and for cooking dinner on nights when I couldn't do anything but focus on school. I love and appreciate you more than you know. To my friends, thank you for checking on me when I disappeared into nursing school survival mode. I love y'all. And a special shout out to Zion Quinessa. They say all you need is 1 or 2 good friends who truly understand this journey, because no one gets it unless they've lived it. To our instructors, we are grateful for all the hard work, time, and dedication you provided to us, whether it was learning games, staying after class to do reviews, or Zoom sessions. You all helped us get here. I know we always didn't make it easy, but you supported us in every way that you could through the entire process, no matter what. Mrs. Rogers, thank you for paving the way for us to get through each level and then advocating for us while stepping into your new role as director. Mrs. Waltz, thank you for your flexibility, compassion, and understanding. Mrs. Edie, the limited amount of time we did have with you was very impactful, from your motivational speeches to your Jeopardy games. We knew you were a great instructor. Mrs. Richards, Thank you for your great lectures and being with us even when you weren't feeling your best. Mrs. Brown, thank you for your big heart. You were so kind and genuine. Your stories were very helpful but also memorable. Mrs. Krasner, although your teaching style was unique, thank you for proving to us that we can adapt to change and conquer. Mrs. Hotchkiss, thank you for your wits and humor. There was never a dull moment in class with you. Mrs. P, our time was short-lived, but it was an honor to have you as a former director. You made an impact on each of us, and we are so happy to see you here continuing to cheer us on. And finally, to my classmates, today is proof that every sacrifice was worth it. None of us got here by accident. We showed up tired, anxious, frustrated, and overwhelmed, but we still showed up. We lifted each other up with Quizlets, Kahoots, study groups, shared notes, and a whole lot of prayer. Together, we survived the stress, the tears, the exams, and even those clinical days. I am so incredibly proud of every single one of you. I know you will go out into the world and do amazing things. We did it, big nurses, congratulations!
Natasia Hatfield. Return. Thank you for that beautiful speech, and I'm going to get you for choking me up over here. I've been keeping it together. Okay. So Natasia Hatfield is going to help lead her class in the Nurses Pledge.
Graduates, please stand. I sincerely pledge myself to dedicate my life to the delivery of health care, to maintain high standards of personal ethics, and to advance knowledge of my profession. I will endeavor to conserve life, alleviate suffering, and promote health. I will be an advocate to those in need and provide for the well-being of those in my care without prejudice. I will not use my knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity, nor will I disclose any personal matters entrusted to me. With integrity, I will practice my vocation as a responsible member of the healthcare profession. I will follow these precepts and guard them sacredly. Thank you. Graduates, you may be seated.
Hold on just a second. I'll just wait over here. I now invite Jalen Byerly onto the stage. When I call your name, please come to the stage. Natasia Hatfield, President, Class 133. Kaylee Vaughn, Vice President of Class 133. Quinessa Brown, Secretary, Class 133. Logan Wiggins, Treasurer, Class 133. Christina Juarez Ramirez, Resource, Class 133. We're also going to invite the class officers of the next graduating class to join us on stage. April Silverthorne, President, Pickering 07. Iman Thompson, Vice President, Pickering 07. Kaylee Mertz, Secretary, Pickering 07. Kayla Addison, Vice President, Treasurer of D134. Beth Ann Puckett, will you join us on stage? In between. Yeah, right here. Thank you. The Nightingale Lamp. During the Crimean War, Florence Nightingale gained the nickname, the Lady with the Lamp, deriving from a phrase in a report in the London Times which described her as a ministering angel whose slender form glides quietly along each corridor. She may be observed alone with a little lamp in her hand, making her solitary rounds, caring for the sick and wounded soldiers. Within 6 months of her arrival in Scutari, the mortality rate dropped from 42.7% to 2.2%. Florence insisted on adequate lighting, diet, hygiene, and activity. She was well ahead of her time. She understood even then that the mind and body worked together, that cleanliness helped to prevent infection, and that it promoted healing. As a symbol of unity and of caring in the nursing profession, our graduating class officers from the current graduating class will pass the lamp to the next graduating class, reminding them that in our high-tech healthcare world, not to lose sight of the caring component of nursing. You may exchange lamps. Thank you. Everyone can exit the stage. Thank you for exchanging the lamps and continuing our tradition of caring. I'd now like to recognize our faculty and staff. I just want to take this moment to recognize our faculty and staff in the audience this evening. These hardworking individuals dedicate a lot of time and have impacted each of these student lives in the program. Faculty and staff, when I call your name, please stand and be acknowledged, and please remain standing. Holly Brown, Lisa Hotchkiss, Stacy Krasner, Leslie James, Amanda McConnell, Edith Small, Anna Richards, Maria Schultz, Leslie Waltz. I would also like Gigi Hayes to stand and be recognized. And of course, Beth Ann Puckett. Thank you so much for your hard work and dedication, the tireless hours, the time when you're not even working that you give of your personal time at home to help make this happen. Thank you so much. Do we have any former graduates in the audience? Can you please stand and be recognized? Cindy, that was too fast. National Honor Society. Attaining academic excellence in such a rigorous program is commendable. I would like to recognize graduates who met the academic requirements for the National Association of Licensed Practical Nurse Honor Society. The graduates who have demonstrated and achieved this honor are wearing gray and burgundy cords this evening. Will the following students stand and be recognized and remain standing? Patience Brewer, Jalen Byerly, Dominique DeLossie, Ashley Foster, Natasia Hatfield, Christina Juarez Ramirez, Maria Kovach, Charles Minetti, Kimberly Persaud, Benny Rodriguez, Alexa Sanchez, Kaylee Vaughn, Logan Wiggins, Give them a round of applause one last time. You may be seated. Recognition of Practical Nursing Ambassadors. P&P ambassadors represent the practical nursing program at school and community events, volunteering their own time above and beyond school hours. These students volunteer their time at open houses, fall festivals, college fairs, and help recruit future practical nurses. Will the following students stand and be recognized and remain standing? Patience Brewer. Quinessa Brown. Natasia Hatfield. Ziana James. Luz Mejia Santana. Logan Wiggins. You may be seated. Recognition of student tutors and clinical helpers. Today, I also have the privilege of recognizing students who went above and beyond their own studies to help others succeed. These individuals gave freely of their time and knowledge to tutor students in cohorts below them and volunteered to lead and guide in clinical, embodying the collaborative spirit that makes our nursing program so strong. Their selfless acts of service reflect the very best of what it means to be a nurse, caring for others and helping them grow. Please stand when your name is called so we can properly honor your dedication. Remain standing. Patience Brewer. Quinessa Brown. Dominique DeLossi. Maria Kovach. Kimberly Persad. Benny Rodriguez. Logan Wiggins. You may be seated. And now the moment you've all have been waiting for. May I have Leslie Waltz and Stacy Krasner join me on stage. Each student received a school pin the other day at a pinning ceremony. Every school has a distinct pin which easily identifies the graduates to their fellow alumni and is a source of pride. We always wear our school pins over our heart. Graduates, when I call your name, please come to the stage to receive your diploma and flower. Alexa Sanchez, LPN. Luz Mejia Santana. Luz. Kimberly Persad. Kaylee Vaughn. Benny Rodriguez. Charles Minetti. Logan Wiggins. Patience Brewer. Everybody enjoying themselves tonight? Farah Leonard. Natasia Hatfield. Domari Brown. Christina Juarez Ramirez. Maria Kovach. Jamesetta Wamba Joseph, LPN. Ziana James. Ashley Foster. Quinessa Brown. Dominique DeLossie, LPN. Jalen Byerly, LPN. So if you noticed, I mentioned LPN after 6 of our graduates. That means they finished the program last week, literally, took their licensure exam, and I have 6 LPNs. And all of you are commended, but I just want to take the time to recognize them again. Alexa Sanchez, Charles Minetti, Natasia Hatfield, Jane Setta, Dominique, and Jalen. And a lot more. We're going to have your results tomorrow, because I know, who all took their test? Yes. So I invite the graduates to join me on stage. And as they're coming, I just want to say a special thank you to the TCHS Brandywine for hosting this event, our CCIU administration, communications team, and horticulture department. And I especially want to thank you, all the friends and family and loved ones and guests here tonight.
Thanks for having us.
We thank you for being here. We know that it takes a village, and so by the look of this room, we know you all have been so supportive, so thank you.
Thank you.
And gentlemen, keep moving over. Keep moving over. Are we fitting? There's one last thing we have to do. Turn around. To conclude our ceremony, in unison with each other, please move your tassel from the right to the left. I now present to you our newest PNP alumni and nurse colleagues and graduates of Class Downingtown 133. Congratulations and